Welcome in, everyone, to Barely Educated, the podcast by Bears fans for Bears fans. I'm Mark, joined as always by Chris. It's been a couple weeks. Sorry for that, but Chris, how are you?
Doing good. Yeah, sorry we've been away just with school stuff and concert stuff and all that.
We had the ice storm here.
Oh,
We were
that
out
too.
last
Hmm.
week. Like
Yep.
campus was on generator power until like Wednesday
Oh,
afternoon.
oh my.
And then my kids were out until yesterday.
Oh
They
my
had a
God.
week and a half.
What?
We never lost power or anything, but it was still pretty crazy. I don't know if I would have been able to find a window.
Hmm.
And then I'm not expecting anybody to throw me a pity party. My job is great. It's super flexible. I love it. But whenever stuff like that happens, you can pretty much take a blowtorch to your whole schedule. That you know, your syllabus and everything you were planning. And it's just like you got to reconfigure everything. It was just difficult to get a moment. Obviously, we would have ideally done something sooner, but that's kind of typical when this isn't our main bread earning aspect of our lives
True.
or making a penny even. Please donate to our poor cause. No,
Buy me
you
a
know, go
vodka.
ahead.
That's all. I was just gonna give the buy me a coffee
Yeah,
address.
yeah, do it now. No, the season was super fun. Just to give everybody a heads up, we were just finalizing this, I guess, if you want to put it that way. We're gonna do a season recap, kind of go blow by blow with the schedule in our next episode, which will be in 10 weeks. Um,
No.
so we will get to, the whole like what a season. We all know it was a super fun season, obviously. And then today, I think it's obviously Super Bowl weekend. So, I mean, you have to do that. And we haven't talked since the Bears season ended. So there's a time coming when we'll get into the rest of it with the whole season recap. But for today, I wanted to talk about, obviously, we'll preview the Super Bowl later, the Rams game, the lessons from the playoffs, a couple quick things on what they can do moving forward, and then get into a recap next time. So, with that said, the Bears' super awesome season ended a couple weeks ago with the overtime loss to the Rams. And I was not that upset about it, other than the fun was over.
Yes. Same.
Like, I wasn't mad. I wasn't like, well, there was our chance. And they definitely could have won that game, as everybody knows. This isn't like some revelation. But I didn't feel that bad about it. And I think that the main thing there is because they feel sustainable for once.
Right.
They have the QB. They have the coach. We just never say that. They have a harder schedule next year. Maybe they are a wild card team because the schedule's harder. But this isn't, I don't think it's a 2018 flash in the pan franchise at the moment. I think they're trending in the right direction.
Yeah, it definitely felt very different to the 2018 ending with the against the Eagles that game. There was a sense of finality, almost like, well, that was it. I think we all knew deep down that as Nagy's offense seemed to get figured out
Oh, definitely.
and scoring fewer points as the season went on, and not seeing Mitch. Although I tried to talk myself into seeing stuff in Mitch that wasn't really there, but we knew that
I
time.
think we all did.
Yeah, and this it definitely felt different. And I thought they were going to win up until the interception. That was it bad throw? Did DJ Moore not go the right route or the right
Yeah,
depth?
I think we got to talk about that for sure.
Yeah, but
Um,
up until then, I thought they were going to win that game.
I mean, there's more Caleb magic. The back pedal for 30 yards to throw it 40 yards after the snap on the 14 and actually convert the touchdown had my house hollering.
They
And I know we're gonna do the recap later, like next week or the week after or whatever. But maybe the best thing I can say about the Bears this year and that game in particular is the other children watched it with me.
oh,
Caleb and Ben made the other two 9 and 7, soon to be 10 and 8 this next couple months, but made them into Bears fans.
oh, beautiful.
As everybody that listens regularly knows, Avery's already locked in. But
Yes.
now I've got McKenna and Reagan enjoying it. And McKenna actually cried at the end. And
Oh,
my wife and I are like, oh my gosh, whoa, whoa, wait, it's okay. Like, holy cow, I did not see her being that invested in this.
Oh no.
But it's because they were finally fun.
Mm, yeah.
That's the tagline for me. The 2025 Bears, finally fun. And we'll
Mhm.
break that down more in the future. I thought the Rams game came down to a few sort of straightforward things, but at the end of the day, you just don't have any juice up front on defense, still is a factor. It just doesn't seem like they get consistent pressure. And
Mhm.
I know that's a trite, simple analysis, but that's like the number one thing to fix by no stretch of the imagination is anything else even close.
Mhm.
You can't live having to blitz all the time, but the defense played really well in the
Yes.
second half. And to be fair, they were cooking in the second half of another game. They are not why the Bears lost. But if you project it forward, it still seemed like they didn't get to Stafford enough at the end of the game. Now they did get a bunch of sacks early and pressures early. Um, but ultimately, and I don't want to be too reductive about it, but I just can't help it. If you don't turn it over in overtime, it's over. You're
Yeah.
going to kick that field goal. This isn't necessarily 100% on DJ Moore, but I can't sit there and say that that's not the biggest play and why they lost, and I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to critique a player. I don't dislike the human being. I'm not even that mad at him. I'm bothered by the fact that people keep saying you're better with DJ. Don't trade DJ. Well, DJ Moore has too many plays on tape where I don't know what he's doing. And
Mm,
I watch an awful lot of football.
mhm.
And I don't think it's because he's not trying. He plays hurt all the time. He comes out of games, comes right back in, led the receiving room in snaps, had some amazing moments. If he does get traded, I'll think fondly of his time as a Bear. So I don't think it's I'm not trying. I think he's confused.
Oh, interesting. Confused.
I think he's not a heady player.
Oh, interesting. Hmm.
I'm not saying he's stupid. I'm saying it's just maybe the scheme fit and stuff like that. I don't love like, oh, he's not trying. I know we all get to where we're kind of meatballs about that during the game. But when I look at it, I see these plays and I see the guy who's thinking, do I go here, here?
Hmm.
And then that interception was bad effort in some ways, of course. I'm also a little bothered that he and Burden, neither one tried to get the ball out. Like it looked kind of like you could have broken up. That's a tough catch for the safety diving forward
Yeah.
like that. I mean, Byard's really good at those.
Mhm.
I mean, the guy made a great play, but at the end of the day, the route was wrong. And it doesn't really matter why. It was the wrong route. And they're all being nice about it. But anyone that like played the game, that watched it and did the whole like recaps later, they're all like, I don't know what he's doing here. Nobody blamed Caleb. They all blamed DJ Moore
Yeah.
as far as the former players, including wide receivers.
Mhm.
So, all that said, because it's the big talking point this week, I do want to get into the ramifications of trading him if you did. You cannot cut him, it kills your cap.
No, no, no,
His
no, no.
contract is different. And I need this to be clear. It's like people like Adam Johns, huge platform. I love their pod. He's a good journalist. His analysis here is just stupid. It's just stupid. He's just wrong. He's just ignoring the fact that you can trade DJ and save 16.5 million. Like if you guys are listening to that pod, it took them like 3 episodes to finally get this right. And I've known it the entire time. It drives me nuts. I'm not trying to toot my own horn.
Yar.
I'm not paid to do this. I'd like the people who are to be better about the cap. What people like me are saying is DJ Moore's production in this offense and with this quarterback does not match him being paid the eighth highest wide receiver salary in the league. And you cannot cut him, but you can trade him and save on the cap. Therefore, it is reasonable to question if they should. I'm not saying trade him for a seventh rounder. It's just it should be on the table and part of the discussion because they need some money for the D line
Mhm.
and left tackle. And that's the worst thing about that game.
Oh yeah, that.
Ozzy is done for next year, guys.
You think so?
He
He's
might
the
be
whole
done
year?
altogether. That's a terrible injury to come back for a big guy.
Yeah.
It might be a couple years before he's himself. They have to get a left tackle now. So
Oh, that's rough.
that part really stinks about that game. What a boss getting off the field so they don't have to burn a
Yeah.
timeout, though.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Ozzy. Get better
Yeah,
soon,
poor
man. But
man.
I'm just being realistic about what the roster looks like, what the cap looks like, and what DJ Moore is paid. And it's just disingenuous to characterize people like me who are saying, hey, they maybe should trade DJ Moore as DJ Moore haters or as if we don't understand that he has value. No, the point is he's making too much for what he's giving you. And maybe you say, well, where do you think he's going to bounce back? Okay, fine. You're going to have to find the money somewhere else. That's fine. But don't say that you're not going to save money. Don't say you can't do it because the cap hit. There is a positive net gain on the cap if he's traded. It's totally reasonable to keep him for a year and figure it out next year when you'll save even more. You could do that because they're going to give it one more year. I'm just telling you, he's the eighth highest paid wide receiver in the league, and you've got to be drinking some serious Kool-Aid to think he's the eighth best or that his production warrants that. Just be honest. That's all. I think he's fun. I think he's made some of the best highlights in Bears history. I'm
Yep.
not, I
I
would
think
love for him to bounce back. I just being realistic about it.
I
And I'm
think
tired of the view being misrepresented by people with bigger platforms. So rant over.
yeah, no. I think part of the problem is what you just said. Like he's got highlights from this year that are, as you said, some of the best in Bears history, and it's hard to say, oh, we don't maybe we need to move on from that guy just because of how sentimental we Bears fans can be about our players, and especially because it was that catch against the Packers in overtime and what that meant for the
After the cheap
season
shot he
and the
took,
team.
I mean, he's
Right.
tough, man. I don't,
Yeah.
it's, I'm not questioning that stuff. I'm
Mhm.
only looking at the numbers.
You're right. It's important. And maybe they can restructure. Who knows?
And
But
maybe his value is bad enough that it's not worth it. I don't know.
mm,
I just know it's not an unreasonable thought, and I'm tired of it being presented like it's impossible. No, they can actually save money, and there is a way where it could make sense. There's a way where it makes sense to keep him. Just don't act like it's only one or the other. All right. While we're on that,
yeah.
that play was the NFL moment of the year last night at the
Yeah.
awards show. That's fun.
Yes, it is. Oh,
And
what a moment.
and Joe Tooney was protector of the year.
And that was a new thing, right? The protector
Yeah,
of
they
the
just
year.
started. And that award is voted on by a bunch of former O linemen, which I
Oh,
love.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Joe Tooney, 9 years in the league, nine division titles, somehow three teams.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, man. He's an all-time glue guy. I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's
Oh
got a
yeah.
few rings. He's like pristine winning record. Guard's not super competitive for that. I don't see how he's not. If he stopped today, I think he would be, but definitely if he keeps it up. And what an absolute win of a trade. Another. So Pace has a or Pace. There it is.
Oh, oh.
Poles has a couple of them now. I don't know what I think of him anymore. It's like it's he's the Adam Dunn of GMs. I don't know, man. Like and the draft was pretty darn good this year.
Yes. How much of that was
How
Ben?
much has been? You hope it's a lot because that means
Mhm.
we'll be good moving forward. But so congrats to all the Bears involved in those awards. Ben Johnson finished fourth in coach of the year. I don't know.
Fourth.
Fine. I thought fourth was pretty crazy,
Yeah.
but I don't want the award. Too many people get that award and then nothing else happens in their career. It's like, of course, irrelevant, right? It's like superstitious and irrelevant. But I'm like, nah, I'm good with him not winning it. Last time we had a guy win it was Matt Nagy. No thanks.
Yep.
Is that logical? No, it's not, but I don't care.
You know who the coach before that to win it was? Bears coach before that?
Okay, Bears historian, let's go.
2001, 13-3. Dick Duran
I
won
rest
NFL
my
coach.
case.
Yep. Yep.
If we want to give it to him one year and that year they happen to win the Super Bowl, that'll be different. But I won the Super Bowl, and I don't think it really matters that he finished fourth. Whatever. Matt Stafford wins the MVP by the thinnest of margins.
That's ridiculous. I mean, that should have been a no-brainer over Drake May. I mean, I'm sorry.
Drake
Like
May was really good, a
he
crazy
was.
turnaround for the Patriots.
He was, but Matt
The
Stafford, come
numbers
on.
aren't all that close, and
Yeah.
I guess you could debate like the schedule versus the rosters, where Stafford has way more talent he's working with, but May had the soft schedule. But
Very.
I thought they got it right, and I don't know. I didn't. I mean, the Pro Bowl is the joke, not the awards.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pro Bowl's just, I'm not, I don't, it's not even worth my attention. That's as much as I'm saying about it. All right. So what did we learn from the playoffs moving forward?
Mhm. Well, I think you nailed one of them with Bears need to have better pass rush, more consistent pass rush.
And again, the defense played great against the
They
Rams
did,
in
yeah,
general. It's
and
just if you're trying to get to the title games and win a Super Bowl, that's the roster that part of the roster that needs help.
yeah. Ironically, I think you could say the Bears lost because of the offense and not converting in the fourth down in the red zone a couple
They had
times.
too many chances they didn't get points out of. Yeah, that was a big factor.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that I take away from so I think they would have lost to Seattle, to be clear,
Yes.
but the Bears absolutely could have beat the Rams. I think they need more team speed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think that would have really hurt them against the Ram or against the Seahawks. JSN would have feasted for one thing.
Mm,
They do better against the bigger receivers than the shifty ones
mm.
because they're not speedy enough as a team, defensively especially. My other lesson from this is, hey, the comebacks are super fun, but eventually it does bite you that you're missing all these opportunities.
Right. Yep.
Like
Can't
you
count on it.
need them because you're not playing clean enough in the first three and a half
Yes.
quarters.
Yes.
So that's the other obvious one to me.
Mhm. Yeah. Agreed. Totally agreed. That's not sustainable. Just like winning with causing three turnovers a game is not sustainable. At
Yeah.
least the way the Bears were doing it. There was a lot
And
of,
those went away too.
yeah. They sure did.
On the other hand, it's not fair to say the Bears are going to regress because of all the fourth quarter wins. They had a bunch of them losses too.
Yeah.
Like it's not fair. They were like 7-3 in those situations. It's just they're so memorable when they won them. But they did lose close and late. It's not going to flip completely like the Chiefs type of thing, I don't think.
Yeah.
Turnovers are trickier, but I would argue if you can get more pressure, you won't need as many and you'll still have some.
hmm
I think if you bring the same defensive line back, you will not have anywhere near 33 takeaways.
Nope. Nope.
That I would agree with. Okay, so league wide lessons are trickier in my opinion because I think it's a really wonky year. It's either a one-off or a changing of the guard transition year. I mean, Seahawks Patriots, did anybody have that preseason?
No, I certainly did not. And, good for the Patriots to get there, but that's got to be the easiest route to the Super Bowl, maybe in recent football history. But
Strength of schedule, regular season, and then the playoff route was hilarious.
hmm
And CJ Stroud looks cooked. Justin Herbert's playing with no offensive line. And then you get the starting quarterback in the AFC championship game for the opponent is out. And
hmm
you get a weather game. I mean, it's like the craziest route to the I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey,
it
God bless them.
and that
Good
makes
for
me
them.
feel a little bad, right? That's the one thing that gets me. It's like, man, this looks like a very wide open Super Bowl. And if one of the juggernauts bounces back and you didn't get your chance to win this year, you could be like, dang, that was a good chance. But I think that's underselling the season Seattle had. That's a complete team since Darnold doesn't turn into a pumpkin. It didn't. I mean, this time around, at least so far. What a story, too.
Yeah.
I love the Sam Darnold story. I
Yeah.
love that it's being rubbed in the faces of the Vikings too. But I love a guy that just like, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to stay optimistic. Everybody league wide all week, listening to stuff in the car and everything. It's like so many people league wide are rooting for Sam Darnold because they know what kind of guy he is and they know he's earned this shot at redemption. And I feel like he's already gotten his redemption. And it's just a really cool story. But if you're trying to like look back to like like wide, like I have no idea what to take from it. Like it's wide open is I guess the only thing I'd take from it. Are the Chiefs going to bounce back? I don't know. Are the Bills? They fired the coach. I mean, there's so many coaching turnover. Ravens. It feels like a transition year to me, and that part then gets exciting on the other hand because you're suddenly a stable organization in this whole mess.
hmm Yep.
Former student Tim,
Former student Tim.
I think we left the blob.
Yeah, I think so. The Steelers are.
Packers lose their defensive coordinator and a
Uh-huh.
bunch of coaches. Malik Willis is going to go elsewhere. He's an important part of their season because he plays well as a backup, and
hmm
Love does miss a game or two, it feels like, every year. Vikings are in quarterback turmoil.
Oh man. How
Although
about
it sucks that Flores is back. The Lions have to hire
yeah.
a new OC. I mean, the Bears are they're the team with continuity in the division. What?
Crazy. That's just
Somebody check the sky. It must be falling.
I did.
NFC wide, it's even true. I mean, Seattle will be stable. The Rams will be stable because Stafford just said he's coming back.
Mhm.
But the NFC East, two of the Eagles linemen might retire. Their all-time O-line coach just retired. They had to hire yet another new offensive coordinator. That's not a juggernaut right now.
Right.
Maybe they bounce right back. But right now, these teams that have dominated the last 3 or 4 years are mostly in these weird places. And this is a great window to become the new one. And I can't believe I'm saying that with a straight face. Why not the Bears? That's the other lesson. Maybe it's more of a potentiality, but it's like when you look at it being wide open, you go, ah, man, we blew a chance this year. And you go, yeah, but we look pretty for the future.
Yeah, like you said, they need to be better in the first 3.5 quarters of the game. And based on what we saw, I don't think there's any reason to say that they can't, just based on the progress that they made this last year. And even more important, Caleb clearly has it. He's a quarterback with it. We saw it again and again and again. So that's a wonderful thing to
It's the most
watch.
important thing to have and the
Yep.
trickiest thing to define or figure out who's got it.
Hmm.
But he's undeniably proved it.
That's why I didn't define it, but he has it.
So today I get to where I'm writing. I went to Panera and wrote for a couple hours, getting ready to leave. I'm wearing my Bears hoodie with my Bears coffee thermos, my work from home research right day, and I got my Bluetooth in or whatever. And this old dude's like says something to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I'll take my Bluetooth. It's like that was a fun season, huh? I was like, it sure was. He's from Chicago, lived here six
Oh,
years, blah, blah. We talked for like 15 minutes about the Bears.
beautiful.
He's a certified ball knower though, because he said they needed two defensive linemen. I'm like, that is correct. It was just funny. It's just like keeps happening, and it's like when the Bears are fun, the city of Chicago comes alive, as
Oh
everyone
my God.
says. But
Yep.
when the Bears are fun, us Bears fans in the diaspora come alive. I mean, I can't go anywhere in that hoodie and not talk to a stranger. It happens every time.
That's amazing. The
The
Bears.
Bears diaspora is alive and well.
Yeah. No,
I told you about the guy in the pickup truck, right? When we were on a walk.
I don't think so.
Oh, I gotta tell you that one too. I'm on a walk with my wife before the ice storm. I don't know, like a couple weeks ago. I think it was before the Rams game, actually. And we're walking, this pickup starts backing up like 200 yards. And Jenna's like, he's gonna say something about the Bears. He has like a Cubs license plate. Sticks his head out the window. He backed up on the road for like a couple football fields. Sticks his head out the window, goes, "This is gonna seem weird, but go Bears," and then drives off. It's like, what is happening in
Beautiful.
Nashville?
Yeah, I've had some of that too here in central Kansas. Every once in a while, see a guy in a hat or a jacket, like, hey, and then oh yeah, that was great. And yeah, he grew up in the suburbs, a lot of those guys do that. Yeah, it's great. Love it.
And so the loss to the Rams felt bad, and the way it went down when you like, oh man, if that play is ran better, we kick a field goal and win. I just refuse to be upset about this season.
Yeah.
It was too fun. All
Hmm.
right, Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl time, and then I want to talk about Radio Row and the Bears, but I want to make sure we get the picks in before we run out of time.
The Seahawks are, last I saw, 4.5 point favorites. I think
I
that's too
see that
low.
as well.
I think that's too low. I think the Seahawks are going to win by double digits.
All right, Teichler hot take has
Hot
returned.
take. That's right. Hmm.
I am not going to do my little shtick where I sometimes pick against you just to be fun. No, I don't want the rich to get richer. New England doesn't deserve this again already.
No.
And I think they're one of the worst 17-3 teams in a Super Bowl that we've ever seen, which not that I sat there and tried to figure that out. But I'm looking at that record. I'm like, dude, they've like lost one game since week 3. And it's just Seattle impresses more when you watch the games.
Hmm.
Seattle beat better opponents to get here. I feel like it would be a shame if they didn't finish the season off with the championship, with the things that they've accomplished down the stretch. And I'm rooting for the Darnold thing. So
Yeah.
give me Seattle. I'll say they cover the spread as well.
Hmm.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we're like, well, that was a beatdown. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't wouldn't tell
Yeah.
anyone to bet on it necessarily, but
Brian.
yeah, buddy Brian, you get these games where you're like, oh yeah, that was a beatdown. In fact, they were one of the great beatdowns in recent memory was a Seahawks win.
That's right. Against Peyton Manning and the best offense ever.
I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with this game in
Right,
particular,
sure, sure,
but
sure. But it can happen. Yep, yep.
I mean, if you go like just with our little generic stats, I mean, May Darnold is definitely a little bit of an advantage for May, but almost everything else offensively favors Seattle, and defensively, like when the Seahawks have the ball, the Patriots, the matchup is like dead even by the numbers, seventh overall versus eighth overall, right? When I mean the whole game goes that way actually. Seattle defense sixth, Patriots offense third,
Mm.
which is hard to believe by yards and stuff like that. So the matchup is actually by the numbers really close, but by like the way they win and like the style points, it's majorly favors the eye test, whatever, majorly favors Seattle.
Yep, yep. And then the playoffs, the Patriots, with the easy walk into the Super Bowl through the playoffs. But like, I wasn't all that wowed by Drake May in the playoffs. It seemed like most of his big
He's
plays.
also dealing with a shoulder issue on
Yeah,
the right shoulder. That's like the worst thing.
yeah,
I mean, I hope he's healthy and plays. I like Drake May, as
yeah.
I've said numerous times,
Although
but I don't, I just, I have a hard time like giving a good thought that you should like take to the bank on this. I just don't think Seattle Patriots matchup is two teams who have faced the same quality of opponent. I mean, how many teams this good have the Patriots played? How many teams this good have the Seahawks played? Oh, well, let's see. Rams twice, Niners twice. Like we could keep going probably pretty easily, but I've already topped the Patriots number.
two games they didn't
None of the Patriots playoff opponents were any good.
in the last two games against San Francisco, Seattle did not give up a touchdown with that offense.
And I think they've just peaked at the right time. It's a great point.
That helps. Yeah, yeah. Oh, of course, the Niners didn't have George Kittle though, my friend. That last one, but that's yeah.
It's true. He loves the Bears.
But he
All
does.
right. I want to do one last thing here.
Yep.
Some stuff from Radio Row from all the guys that get to cover this professionally, listening to the podcast in the car. So much love for the Bears.
Hmm.
I mean, a ton of love for the Bears. And obviously some of it's like former Bears that are down there, like Matt Forte and guys like that. But some of it's national guys. Pod punching bag, Chris Collinsworth, as we call him, had glowing things to say about Ben and Caleb. I will never temporarily try to inaugurate a ceasefire with Chris. That Chris, not you. I'll still make fun of you.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, as you
Chris
should.
on the video is like, oh, I don't know. He's clearly giving me the body language that he can't do it. He's gonna be critiquing him during the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna try
I
not.
think we might have a problem in that he might do the Mahomes stuff to Caleb if Caleb keeps this
Oh
up.
no,
What a
no.
dilemma. Oh man, Chris
Oh,
is despairing right now.
oh.
So Tarico, same thing. Great things to say. I like Tarico. He goes a good game.
He does.
Tony Dungy was probably the most interesting, talking about both of them taking this, major, making me so much progress. And Ben coaches a different way than Dungy does, and that's okay. He respects that he's himself, and the players always want the coach to be authentic. And Caleb's growth is tremendous and should be commended. And just these are not necessarily people that want to prop the Bears up, but like kind of like when you bring it all together from all the Bears chatter at Radio Row is they were a story in a Super Bowl they're not in. And some of it was like, man, it'd be more fun if the Bears were here. Like league wide, everyone's like, that was a fun team.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just cool to hear.
very.
It needs to pay off with the ring in the next couple of years,
Mhm.
which is what we want, obviously. But it's still so incredible the turnaround to this time last year. We're like, okay, we got Ben. Everybody get out of the way. But like, I just can't help but keep pointing it out. It's like we were like, this is the dumbest organization of all time. Matt Eberflus, why would you ever hire this idiot? How has he not been fired? What have we done to our number one overall pick? My gosh, is he going to recover from this? To national people lamenting that the Bears aren't here.
Hmm. Hmm.
And maybe the most fun one was either Dungy or Chris Sims. You should look up the quotes on Chris Sims. He's just
Oh,
like, Kayla's already proven to have the one thing that's the hardest thing to find, and the sky's the limit. They're going places. Strap a rocket to the Bears, basically, kind of stuff. And it's like he's not got some pro Bears agenda.
right. Hmm. Yeah, it's exciting when it's a buzz even after they're done. Yeah, for sure. Next year, my friend, they'll be in there. They'll be in the game, the Super Bowl Bears. Hopefully, this is like the '84 year, right before uh 85, if the math is correct.
Yeah, right. I mean, maybe it's '05 to the '06 season, only we'll
Yep.
finish it with a win.
And the draft last year, man, if that's close to like what the Bears '83 draft was with '83 when they
I mean, it is,
got
right? Like as
those.
close as we've had, at
Yes,
least the first, at
absolutely.
least first couple picks.
You have playmakers, like important pieces from this last draft. So, uh, maybe not left tackle. But like you said, yeah. But you got a tight end for the future. You got a guy who looks like he's going to be a stud wide receiver. Lots of a running back from the seventh round. Like that was a great draft that the Bears had.
I mean, Colson Loveland's going to be in everybody's top five tight ends list.
Yes.
Depending on how the wide receivers room shakes out, Burton could have a huge year with more targets. I feel like he's probably like a year three breakout player, and year two is a bit better than this year, but about the same with a few more targets. And then year three really takes off.
Yep.
Loveland's already showing that he's going to take off.
Mhm.
And again, when you just look at the big picture, you have the coach and the QB.
And Rome stopped dropping the ball. That's
And
all.
Rome be healthy and look like he did the first month.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think we forget he was like 400 yards and five TDs in the first month.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But yeah, he does have the drops. They all had the drops.
Mhm.
So, all right. Well, enjoy the game, everyone. I
Yes.
think
Can I
we'll
say,
be back to do the season recap, and then after that, some off-season stuff, obviously. But schedule will be hard to predict. I can't sit here and give you a oh, here's when
uh,
the next episode will be.
I have
It's
no
too
interest
hard.
in that right now. Of course, as soon as I see it, I'm going to be like 17-0, my friend. One last
Naturally.
thing. Can I throw one last thing out there, and that is uh, we lost Terry Boers a couple years,
Ah, yes, yes.
and he was just such a huge part of my growth in Bears and sports fandom and how to look at sports and analyze and just one of the funniest dudes that I've ever heard on TV or radio or anything. And by all accounts, just an amazing, real guy. And that's a big loss for the Chicago sports community, especially people who were big fans of the Boers and Bernstein show. It was a
It
sad
was
day.
peak sports radio, that show.
It was, yeah.
As we've all mostly transitioned to podcasts more than airwaves,
Mhm.
that show was just fantastic. And I would encourage anyone who loves the sports talk section, like scene, or was a score fan for however many years, go back. Cousin Nate
Doesn't it?
had me do this, so kudos to him. But go back and listen to the the clips and such of the guys that we considered more so on the Bears beat now, like Adam Hogue and guys like that. Dan Bernstein was on the score. Good job by the score bringing these guys
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Dan McNeil, who they've kind of not got good relationships with now, but knowing the moment was so big, it was just a really fun, sad, all at the same time day of reminiscing about Boers, and some of his one-liners are just fantastic.
Hmm.
Just a true gem when it came to just entertaining, and just he had a way about him that it's hard to capture. I think Bernsey probably said it best when he's like, you're trying to mourn the guy, but you have so many funny memories of him that you end up laughing when you think about him.
Yeah.
And his wife was like, would you go mourn on the couch? Because he kept laughing.
Yep. Yeah, that was well said. So rest in peace, Terry Boers. Hey, buddy.
83. That's not Boers, but it was that show.
That's where it started. Yeah,
Hey,
so many things. So many
who
things
you
in my
crapping?
house.
That's still the best
Yes.
bit I've
Mhm.
ever seen on a radio show involving sports. Who you crapping was so fun every week.
And there are so many Boersisms that are in my family household lexicon. I won't say what some of them are here, but they are,
The kissing a sick monkey is my favorite line. I'm not definitely not going to go with that one on
yes.
our little PG podcast that my kid probably will listen to at some point.
Hmm. Yep. And but bike cracky, we are at home, everyone's bike cracky,
Yep.
anytime, anyway. But okay. So all right, I'll wrap it up there. Yeah. Uh
Alrighty.
Good stuff about the score that you brought up. Thanks. So all right, thank you, Bears fans, and any other fans that have been listening this season. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Check out our website, buymeacoffee.com/barely_educated, so you can help us retire from our jobs and do this full time, maybe. We got a ways to go, a little bit more to go to reach that, but
Just a hair
a little
away
bit,
from
yeah.
it.
And email us, barelyeducatedpod@gmail.com. We will talk to you in a couple of weeks, probably. Until then, bear down.
Shut up, Tim!
You suck, Chris.
The Bears. The Bears. I love the Bears.